and welcome to episode 13, because I went back and checked again,
Math!
of Curse of Strahd, in which our heroes, Donnel, Sigismund, Sesna, and Caerwynn, are trying to overthrow the tyrant of Barovia, Stahd Von Zarovhich. When last we left off, after receiving an invitation from Strahd to dine at his castle, they have instead gone to a marshy village ruin in the middle of nowhere.
It's on the way.
And murdered a woman in her bathtub over a magic seed.
I murdered a tree. I had no part in killing an old woman in her bathtub.
Yeah, it was
I just
Donnel and
murdered
Sesna
a
that home
treehouse.
invaded the bitch.
I murdered the house. So I guess technically I'm an accessory.
I'm only guilty of destruction of property, which may or may not have been sentient, so it might have also been murder.
Look, fuck this house. It had it coming. I was kidnapping ravens and shit. And trying
Alright,
to
well,
crush them to
session's
death.
off. We have to rehearse for our cover of Chicago now. Nobody got the reference to that song? Alright, you're all tasteless barbarians. Absolute Philistines.
I am.
And I like none of you.
Actually, that was the character I was playing. I'm glad you noticed.
No one else can feel it for you.
At the
Last
very
we left
least, you
off,
might be able to use the
just-
defense that she fell on your knives. She fell on your knives 12 times.
I mean,
Well,
she
no.
fell in the
She fell
bathtub
off-
and she kept slipping on her own blood.
She
She
fell.
fell
couldn't
on my
get up.
fist, 12 times. Also, goddamn, didn't get to act once. Ah,
Well, no,
God.
that's surprising. That's what happens when a trained martial artist and a fucking farm boy with a sunlight light sword come into your house, shove you into a bathtub, and keep punching you in the solar plexus.
Honestly, next campaign, guys. Totally playing monk
Oh,
or
God.
warlock.
Do monk.
I'm a two
Mainly
warlock.
because you played monk once, and I want to see you. I want to see you play. If I can say monk, I think you'd like it. To me, it's one of the most boring ones, but it's reliability at its most base form.
See, I've had this idea for a warlock in the back of my head since I started watching a show
This is,
again.
okay, listen, this is talk for later.
Yeah. But anyways, so I just got done murdering this house. Hey, Donnel, you alive in there?
Oh, why does this oil taste like oil?
Excuse me?
Donnel!
He sampled that was in the bite at the end of the last session. Just pulling myself out of the marsh. He's in there. He should be fine. He's only
God.
play.
Tastes
Just
vile.
hands to deal with.
Gonna walk up to Sesna with my barbarian wounds as if nothing has happened to me. How you doing?
Barbarian wounds.
I got them while
He,
raging.
he took a little dagger and just carved little angry eyes over every slash and gash mark.
I'm upset about this. No, I approach her with my many crushing runes to my body as I'm only at 11 health. So how you doing?
I mean, with your rage over, you are feeling that, by the way.
Nope, I'm raging again. I refuse to let the pain stop me.
Alright, well then you're not
You
speaking
rage for
eloquently.
6 seconds and then you
Don't let
drop
me.
to your knees.
I rage, and then I punch Caerwynn in the face.
Yeah, fair.
I had it coming.
He's not wrong. You had it coming,
And
but
then
still,
I'm gonna keep
big move.
punching him and using the healing stone so he doesn't die. But I can stay raged.
You don't have the magic rock.
Yeah, we
I'll
gave
get in it. I'll find it. Speaking of the magic rock.
Donald
Speaking of
currently
this
has
rock,
the magic
I'm also
rock.
I'm also pocketing that other rock. It looks neat. I like rocks.
Right.
Off the side.
And a rock comes in and picks one of us up and takes us off to its nest.
You know, guys, this would be a lot better if I didn't use my wings already.
So how's it look in there?
Thunderbird comes in, catches him by the shoulders, and flies off with him. This is a cool way to die!
So how's it looking in there? Like a house?
After
Really?
a really bad home invasion,
You
Just looks like a
got
house in a
to
tree.
see.
Alright.
looks like a house after a B&E went horribly wrong.
The house. There's a dead old woman. It's an average Saturday night from, Turst Fields.
Ah,
You know,
I think that's accurate.
That's probably not, but they don't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know about this place called Turst Fields, but I feel like I'm gonna avoid it if I ever visit. That's assuming
Sounds
I ever leave Barovia. But
Sigismund, have you ever heard of Baltimore?
stop making places up.
It's a Baltimore.
I hear Vikings only exist in Minnesota, guys.
God.
At any rate.
And I was kind of coughing up a fucking lung, though, still. Oh, it tastes horrible. Tastes like sword. Tastes like sword.
So did you find the stone? Sigismund says as he's climbed his way into the treehouse.
Ah, home invader! I kick him out. I'm the only home invader here. I found this and I throw him the vial of blade oil. It tastes like metal. You should put it on your thing. Not immediately. You shouldn't put it on your axe like right away. That'd be dumb. Because it don't last forever.
All right.
It tastes like it'll make your weapon a weapon. I don't fucking know. I've lost a lot of blood as I point to my ruined shield arm.
I've lost a lot of blood. I point to my many crushing wounds. It's fine.
Oh, your bones just been broken. You probably got a few contusions in places.
Listen. I've been in Barovia all my life. You get used to it.
I don't think you get used to a collapsed lung.
For the second time.
Don't
No, nor do you
worry.
get used to coughing them up, but I'm having a deal.
Don't worry. As long as you get a good night's sleep, your lung will be fine.
Oh, speaking of which, second wind. Okay, I'm better.
Didn't you already use that?
I did. That's the joke. Oh, just take 5 minutes to catch my breath, and I'm good. Well, in 5 minutes, I take 3 seconds to take a deep breath, and suddenly my wounds heal.
I'm gonna sort of step over and look at this woman in her bathtub. Fucking morning, Lord be damned.
Just leaving the house. He's witnessing my crimes. I'm leaving the house. Nope.
If I were from your world, I would call that heresy.
So
Mr.
as they've
Caerwynn,
all left,
You're smart. I throw the diamonds at him. What are those worth?
so as they're discussing this,
By the way, there's
Okay.
that chest is still full of 7. Was it like in a bag or just loose in the chest?
It
The
was
1700?
loose in the chest.
There's a box full of gold in there, Sigismund.
Yeah, there's a chest full of, let me get the exact number, 1,300 pieces of gold, all stamped with Strahd's face in profile.
I don't want to keep anything that has his face. On the other hand, I do like money.
Mr.
thinking-
Caerwynn, what are those worth? There's a box full of money in there.
All right, so yeah, Shane, stuff.
Was it?
1,300 gold and a vial of oil I gave you. That's
Yep.
what you have of that loot pile.
All right.
And let's see. I take a look at the diamonds.
Give me an intelligence test.
It's okay. When Donnel takes a level of wizard, I'll be able to use these scrolls.
Can I persuade you to make it a religion test, since diamonds have things to do with religious spells?
Or step, no test for you.
I mean, just because they have something to do with your spells doesn't mean you know how to appraise a diamond.
Yeah, that's.
Fair enough.
I'll let you use an Arcana since they are.
Also,
Well, I don't have any proficiency in Arcana, so
Well,
make the roll. Why loot this old woman that's dead in her
But
bathtub?
first-
Stop touching on her body. It's weird and broken in a lot of places.
First, I cast guidance.
all right.
First, Hacks mode.
First, surrender. Fuck is this?
Hacks mode on.
First, I open the console.
First, I hit the tilde key and type TGM.
So, these gemstones, there's an emerald, a ruby, and 3 diamonds. Each of them worth 500 gold. Easily.
Oh, can't wait
Like-
to get swindled when we try to, make use of those.
Can I ask for that
Um,
green one? It looks pretty.
Yes, it does. Anyway, these diamonds are worth a killing and a resurrection. Each.
Was that a joke? Mr. Caerwynn, was that a joke? I'm actually proud of you.
I'm still
No,
happy.
check. I
Everybody
can
did manage.
Can I have
Everybody,
that? What's
hold on.
pretty? Yes, it is. Oh my god.
I wouldn't call it a joke. I would say it was an attempt at humor. Because joking implies that
bad
it's not
joke.
true. Joking implies that it's not true, because these things literally are worth a killing and a resurrection.
I guess that's fair.
See, this is why he doesn't get humor.
This is why
He's
priests don't
explaining
make
why.
good- Yeah, exactly. This is why priests aren't the best joke tellers. They're not very fun. at
Also, just to be
parties.
clear, did everybody level up after killing Baba Lysaga?
level
Yep,
7.
level 13.
Don't make me kill you.
No.
Level 8, guys.
Oh, we're level 8?
Yes. Motherfucker!
Yeah, leveled up. Yeah, I did it. Because I got that other
I-
thing of the feet.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, it's
I
fine.
didn't realize that they had leveled up.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay. Anyways, I'm gonna loot this old lady.
The
See-
woman's
wait,
corpse
wait.
itself has nothing of interest, really. It's just odds and ends and little bits here and there.
I'm gonna cut off her head.
Okay.
I'm then gonna quarter her limbs, and I'm then going to take every piece of her and bury it in a different part of the swamp.
So as we hear this butchering going on in the background, that don't sound entirely pleasant. Mr. Caerwynn, these pipes good for anything? And I'm gonna blow on them real hard.
Okay.
Yes, they're good for many things.
Entertainment value. Good job, Donnel.
One moment.
I gotta remind of Professor Farnsworth.
Oh shit, did I do a bad? Did I do what the fuck? You said one moment. What are these things?
About to find out.
About a out.
So, everybody who's within 30 feet of Donnel, that being everyone,
Are you
Uh,
sure? Because I'm sort of up at a dangle. Yeah.
give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Why would you even bother me with such a paltry tale? Probably failed.
I think I'm fine.
Hang on. I'm getting there. Nope.
Nearly fast enough.
So, Sigismund, everyone else, you hear a very disturbing, eerie tune. Sigismund, you hear it and look up, and you realize just how terrifying Donnel is to look upon.
I mean, I look down. But anyways,
Well, look up from what you're
Huh.
doing, look down at the door, and you are now frightened of Donnel for the next minute.
I rage and kill Donnel.
No, you are terrified. You are frightened.
You cannot move closer to him.
Yep.
What? Yeah, these things sound weird. I guess they're broken.
Yeah, let's not do that. I guess we should divvy up the loot, as it were.
Well, I want that green shiny rock. This green's a favorite color of mine.
Yes, I walk up to Donald and hand it to him.
And then
What,
eat the
what
rock.
all what all were the what all were the or the precious gems that
Donald
you
brought out the pipes. He has 2 spell scrolls. I don't know what these are. They're paper. I guess they're good for summon.
Let me.
need for all
I might be able to discover what they are.
In case we need to use the bathroom on the road, guys, I got us covered.
But yes, he brought out
Literally.
he brought out the gemstones, 2 scrolls, a pouch that contained 10 small metal sling bullets, those pipes, and a small rock.
Now the small rock is mine. I'm pocketing that. Nah, it's mine. I don't know what it does, but it's a small rock.
Oh, I should have gone berserker. Anyways,
It's fine. It's just for a minute, you big old scaredy butt.
So
now, see,
I
'cause
have-
now other people can do that. But anyways, as I'm butchering this old woman,
Well, currently, for the next minute, you're sitting in a corner, afraid to get any closer to Donnel.
No, I'm not gonna.
he can still.
He can still butcher an old woman. He's
Still
just scared
do
of
shit,
Donnel in the
that's not-
background.
Donald just like fucking leans in from the fucking door frame. What you doing, buddy? It's
They
really
both
just
start
innocent,
screaming
like,
as Donald
like,
watches
like,
him butcher an
goddamn
old
horror
lady.
film.
It's everything Sigismund sees about Donald right now is like the fucking fear toxin.
Yes.
Anyways, just not looking at Donald, butchering this old woman.
But God, while he's doing that, just Sesna. We're having our picks of the rocks. Could I get the red one?
Sure.
So there were 2 diamonds, an emerald that I have, and what else?
There were 3 diamonds, an emerald, and a ruby.
Yes.
Not a sapphire, damn.
Yes.
Oh, we gotta go
Now-
somewhere else to get Kyogre, guys.
Anyhow,
You already have
I
Rayquaza and Groudon. Don't be a greedy cunt.
And Dialga.
Yeah, you already,
believe that I should keep
you
one
already
of
have
these.
some better ones.
I believe that I should keep the diamonds, at least 2 of them, in my possession. I can use them for resurrection spells.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
See, I
guys.
don't
By
do
the way, guys, I can just kind of return the dead to life. Not a brag, just a fact.
Let me know when this fear is over.
It's after 1 minute, so probably by the time they're done divvying up items.
And probably before you're done butchering an old woman.
Yeah.
He's just in there humming a happy little tune. He's just pulling apart this once
I have a
humanoid woman.
Great axe. I'm cutting her up.
He's
What?
actually had to take her out of the bathtub, brought her into the middle of the room, has to angle her
Alright,
just right to
fucking
get
goddamn. Okay, yeah. A mortal witch that's apparently lived longer than Strahd. I'm not taking any chances with this. Just gonna cut it into pieces. I'll take one in the north of Barovia, one in the
Just
south.
a bunch of meaty
West,
thwaps
east.
in the background.
Yeah.
Does the
Okay.
fog clear up?
The fog remains.
Oh, damn it. Everyone, let's meet back by the river. I gotta go get my pot.
That wasn't by the
hold up.
river.
Hold up.
That's
Do
it's
not-
a meeting point.
Shh.
Also, I wonder if the scarecrows are gone, because she's dead.
All of the scarecrows converge.
Wait a minute, where's Esmeralda?
Oh shit, we did bring Esmeralda. Where the fuck was she during that fight?
GM forgot about her. Anyways, moving on.
You're not incorrect.
No, like Sesna actually saying, "Where's Esmeralda?"
Sigismund from inside, as the thunking continues. Who?
The lady with the coat.
Person we
Esmeralda!
had.
Let me know when I'm done with this, Shane.
Oof. Assuming that the scarecrows are now gone because gesturing to the ruined house. Who's up for trying to find Esmeralda in our weakened and weary state?
Sigismund's just gonna step
let's-
out with.
Give me like 10 minutes.
No.
Sigismund's just gonna step outside on like this weird porch
You
thing.
will vastly appreciate it, trust me.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with the priest. Maybe we should wait. I'm sure she's fine. Because I'm sure she would have made
Well, I was afraid
noise
of giving him
something
10 minutes
about her.
because, like, why specifically 10 minutes? Usually I sit down for an hour.
Yeah, let's wait here for an hour. It'll be fine.
I've got a little prayer of healing I can do.
Oh. Hey, anybody got a really big sack? I'd use mine, but it's full of money.
Wait, there was a lot.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know how much because I don't think I can count that high. But there was a lot.
1,300 gold pieces. You can tell about the weight.
I guess probably split that about 400 for each of us.
I mean,
by the
I
way, there's
agree,
a
but you
diamond
guys got all those shiny rocks, and I didn't get one. So this is my money.
that's what actually, no,
It's
if you shut up for a damn minute, you barbarian, you'd actually listen to the rest of what I had to say. Because I was saying, there's actually a diamond that one has for you.
But I don't want diamonds. I want money.
Diamonds can be exchanged for money.
Worth a lot
Also-
of money.
Aren't you trying to get married?
Each of these gemstones is worth 500 gold.
Wait, no.
Hold
Aren't you
on.
trying to get married? Because
Hold
I mean,
on.
that's
Hold
at
on.
least 3 months' pay.
Hold on. The one frightening Donnel has a point. I am trying to get married. I will take that diamond. But
That's at least 3 months' salary.
okay, listen. So I've cut the witch into bits. Everybody take a body part.
Why?
Because I'm burying her in a bunch of different locations. She's an immortal witch that's been around a long time. I don't know what to do with her, but I'm not just leaving her here.
I have
Guys,
a
I'm
better
giving you the
idea. Why don't
Castlevania
we
Dracula treatment.
Burn it.
I'm not sure that's
Shane.
gonna work.
Shane, considering where I grew up and all of that, and learning about the undead, what would I be rolling to figure out if that's how that works or not?
Give me the better of a nature or arcana test.
Oof. Big goof. Those are exactly the same. Arcana.
You know that dismembering the body might give her slightly increased odds of becoming a ghost or something? But you don't know of any tales of witches just spontaneously resurrecting themselves.
Weirdly, it might actually be worse if you chop her up and, well, I mean, you've already done it. But weirdly, it might be worse because she might just back as a spirit.
It might actually be worse. Worse how? Because like I kind of already don't come inside.
Well, you see, I don't. See, here's the thing. She might just come back as an angry spirit and may or may not still have the ability to do all of her funky stuff.
To be
So,
fair, when
there's
you
that.
die here, you end up in like the March of Heroes or whatever. So she's probably doing that anyway.
As immediately we all get healed because we spent more than 10 minutes sitting here arguing.
Yep.
You probably do that anyway. But you know what? Listen, I'm just gonna put her in a bag and take her back to Markov and see what he says to do with her. I mean, he
I
probably
was just
knows.
wandering into the mist calling for Esmeralda now.
Yeah, but
Also,
go ahead
no,
and roll
but
the prayer of healing real
seriously,
quick.
like, probably
Because I am not even arguably the one with the most health right now. Because they all got fucked up.
Hey, I was a finger of death away from being a zombie.
You were a finger blast away from becoming a zombie, yes.
But anyways, Sesna, you were saying something. I say as I'm putting these
Yeah.
body parts in a bag.
Oh, yeah, no, just wanted to double down on on the probably should split the bag of coin. Just wanted to make sure we didn't skip past that.
Okay, yeah, we can do that once we're safe. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what to do with this bag of witch, I guess.
This bag of witch.
Bury it.
I don't want to just bury it.
bag
That's how
of,
zombies happen. That's why I cut her to pieces, and I was gonna bury her in a bunch of different spots around the swamp. Also, I don't think I'm gonna be able to start.
Zombies happen.
Okay.
He says to
Yeah.
the holy man who could
Just
consecrate the grave.
You know what we could do,
Just-
perhaps, if you really want to make sure that, nothing strange happens with this lady's corpse, take it to the abbot.
That's a good. I don't know.
If you only said
You
these
know
things
what he
happen
does?
to this corpse,
Well, out of character, we know what he does with ladies' corpses.
Listen. You see, when you said that, and I remembered he was an angel. Oh, maybe. And then I remembered that, he was trying to appease Strahd, so it's probably not a good idea to show up and be like, "Hey, so we cut his mother to bits. Can you do anything, please?"
so I know
Esmeralda, where are you? You fall down out here?
Donald, give me a survival test.
But I have an idea. Just hand me the bits. I can channel him on and probably just incinerate him.
I toss them down.
Technically, it hasn't been arisen undead, so I'm not. It's technically not arisen undead, so it does. Ah!
Oh,
Falls
right.
back into the
I
swamp.
don't throw them at you. I just throw the bag on the ground in front of her. Here you go.
Sploosh. Oh. Gonna see if I can't just, channel him on through him and incinerate him like I would if it was an undead creature.
They don't fully incinerate, but the bag does burn. It's not to dust, but you have severely burned the remains.
Alright,
What happens if I use Sacred Flame on it repeatedly?
Probably incineration.
Probably.
Wham, 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 wham.
As you just call the fire of ceremony on it over and over and over again. Meanwhile,
Is it over and over and over again, or is it more of a constant stream?
It's
I wonder.
over and over and over again.
yeah. He's kind of giving you a burst, checking to see if it's gone yet, giving you another burst. But yeah, just as that's happening, Donnel, you set off into the fog trying to follow where Esmeralda might have gone. And after a while, you begin to see what might be her form up in the mist ahead. At this point, you've lost sight of the others. You have no idea how far you've walked in this fog. But as you get closer,
So I'm gonna do that thing where I spend a few actions as I'm searching to increase my sword's light radius, so it's just a big old ball of 60 feet of bright light.
into a fog, so...
Into a fog, so literally still... It's better than nothing. I don't know why you're saying, like, into a fog. Yeah, it's still a fucking beacon in a fog.
That's why.
Because when you
You're not
cast light
wrong.
into a thick fog, it's just sort of a sheet of illuminated fog in front of you.
Exactly.
Still different than regular fog. Anyways, moving on.
But as you follow this figure that you think might be Esmeralda, you continue to make your way into the fog, and as you grow close, you realize that the thing you've been approaching isn't Esmeralda herself, but previously hidden by the fog. You see that what you were walking towards is a statue elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh. On a rather dry plot of land 10 feet to a side, and enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. You see now there's a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl clutching a rose. Although her features are gray and weather-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Irina. And as you get close enough to look at the base of the monument, you see an epitaph, which reads, Marina, taken by the miss. As you stand there for a moment, suddenly a voice comes from behind you. Donnel? Donnel? Is that...
Oh, Esmeralda. There you are.
I'm sorry, when you see her look over her shoulder as she approaches, I thought I saw Van Richten. But...
Van who now?
My old master. The man who taught me how to hunt.
Huh. Out of character to me, that sounds like a side quest. Is he here in Barovia?
Well, information I had heard said he was, but I saw.
Was he dressed similarly to you?
I don't know. It's been years.
Huh.
I
Then again, me
saw
asking
him,
if he's
but...
dressed similar to you probably don't help too much, because a lot of folk dress very colorfully.
Yes, well... I thought I saw him, but it must have been a trick of the fog.
Probably. He's kind of looking up at the statue now. Well, this here just proves that Strahd's been doing this a lot longer than, well, a couple of decades, centuries even. This just reaffirms that there's no going back for someone that far gone.
And Esmeralda looks over the statue and shakes her head. Well, I
have no idea how to get back to the others, by the way, so we gotta try and find that river.
You see Esmeralda think for a moment and sort of look around and kind of hold her finger out for a second before she stops, pointing back the way you'd come. Is that way?
Oh, would you look at that? There's than I could do. Yes, just a moment. Before Donnel turns to leave with Esmeralda, he's going to kneel and offer a very small prayer to Tatiana's now at-rest soul. And this woman who was the bearer long before Irina.
There's a bit of warmth and happiness from the Sun Sword before you depart with Esmeralda.
Did good, friend. Did good.
But eventually, for the rest of you, Donnel comes marching back through the marsh with Esmeralda in tow.
Hi, guys. You figure out what to do with that body yet?
Yeah, we burned it. Like a lot.
I can tell Caerwynn's kind of panting. Did he do some of the burning?
He did a lot of it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's bones left.
There's bones left, but not much else.
God damn it, I get another bag and put the bones in a bag.
Well, I mean,
No,
why don't you
just bury them for prayer XP.
No.
Fucking RuneScape, really.
Look, I put them in a bag. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna find somebody here who knows what to do with this, like her arch rival. Like, hey, I've got the bitch's bones in this bag. What do you want me to do with them?
Why don't we just powder them? Like, just crush them into bone meal?
No. Listen.
No,
Let's see
no,
what the old man Mordecai
That's-
wants to do with them.
That's actually a great idea. I mean, that's literally what we've pretty much been doing.
Okay, look.
Can we do it outside of the spooky fog, though? I don't really like being in this fog.
Let's just go. We'll get out of this fog. We'll heal up. We'll go get those sheep. You guys can take those sheep back to Krezk. I'll take these bones to Markov, see what he wants to do with them, and then I'll
Oh.
meet you at Krezk.
No, we're going to Markov's together. Let's just on the
Oh.
way.
We have the. Yeah. I put the bones in this bag.
Yeah.
Also, it's not like it's a 5-minute jog away. It's a few miles away. We're not separating over miles.
Anyways, let's go.
Let's go get those goats, guys. Unmarked side quest, go!
Hey, so we got you guys some meat. Thanks.
You make your way over to the goat pen, and it is literally... Let me double check, I forgot the number of goats.
30 goats.
It is 9. 9 goats.
Well,
But
goats.
there are 9 goats in about a waist-high wooden fence with skulls every about 10 feet along the fence line.
That's less charming. Let's get these little fellers out of here. So I was gonna try and find a gate to open.
Hold on, I forget why are we doing goat thing? I don't remember why.
Krezk don't have much going on there, so having goats,
Get some goat's milk.
goat's
Or
milk,
just
meat.
butcher these goats and have
They
meat.
can breed the goats.
Not if they're all
I understand.
goats.
I understand the point of goats. I just
Well, they can trade goats for sheep if they got any sheep over in. Well, because there's a good turnover in Krezk.
Yeah, they don't seem to be very well off. They don't have
No,
much
okay,
aside from the
you've
homes.
You've explained this. That wasn't. God damn, all of you not listening.
To be fair, I heard you come in kind of quiet. I just didn't want to say anything because you would have shouted and that would have spooked me.
Anyway, it's fine.
Oh, there.
Let's free the goats.
Walking the fence line, you don't see an opening anywhere in it. Doesn't look like there was a fence.
Sigismund, smash!
I punch the fence with my siege gauntlets. No, I just used my great axe.
Because it deals exactly 12 damage to it.
Precisely 12 damage.
Sigismund, you wind up with your great axe, smash a hole in the fence, and the goats quickly run to the other end of the fence as part of the fence just exploded.
Holy shit! Alright,
I
you
got
know
this.
anything about hurting animals?
I got this.
I move out of the way.
As Donnel's about to rock up and roll on that one, guys, here we go. So I'm gonna try and shepherd these goats.
It would be animal handling. If I remember if there's an animal handling skill in 5e, if that's Pathfinder again.
It's yep.
Yep,
Alright,
there.
Donald's got this.
Come on, guys, come on, little fellers.
Donnel, after a moment of calming the goats, you manage to get them to start following you.
Alright, guys, ad hoc shepherd team.
With the
I'll
promise,
be behind them.
with the promise that there may or may not be a treat involved.
Listen.
On, little
I'll
fellas, we
walk
got
behind
this.
them because they're terrified of me. Donald will lead. Everyone else pick a side.
Take the right side. I
I'll
guess.
be on the left then.
Good.
As you begin leading 9 goats back through the marsh.
What happens when we get to the river?
We
Well,
don't.
you don't
need
necessarily
to
have to cross the river to
go,
get
we don't need
back
to
the way
cross the
you're
river to
going.
be fine. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I was gonna say, we'd look at Sigismund and he just fucking
Fair enough.
throws them across their goddamn footballs.
No,
Cannot
listen,
remember,
guys.
are
now we've
goats
got these
accomplished
goats.
swimmers?
Listen, guys, don't worry. Now that we've got these goats, I know just how to assault Strahd's castle.
No.
Answer my challenge. Is he this?
Did he construct a catapult just to fling goats at my castle?
Stop throwing goats at my castle. The love of all that is good and I guess I shouldn't be saying that.
God, the fucking Dragon Age Inquisition just... So you
And
answered the
yet
death
I
of your
guess-
son by throwing a goat at my castle.
2 goats.
They were tied together.
I just love the cutaway it does.
Yeah. Alright, I'll bite.
You guys want some weapons? And tell you what, I'm going to exile you with all your gear and weapons and some food towards Tevinter.
Totally an option. Anyways, as we begin herding goats back to Krezk,
And Donnel, you said you were going to... Did you say along the way you were going to stop and look for your pot?
Yes.
Someday he will sell that bundle of weed. Someday.
I was gonna congratulate Michael for not making the joke, and then you had to go and disappoint me.
Well, I mean, Pat, why would I go for the lowest hanging fruit? I leave my schmucks for that work.
Because you do.
You're right. I just missed it. I'm not gonna lie, I missed it.
But as you make your way back to where you remember throwing your pot,
Swear to God, Strahd. I swear to God!
give me an investigation test.
Strahd, don't you fuck with me!
You find it in the gleam as the fog begins to thin a bit. And you see that the reason you had... For a moment you'd had trouble seeing it, and then you realize why as you get close to go pick it up. What was once one of the wandering scarecrows seems to have collapsed into a pile of sticks just on top of it. Just sticks and cloth and raven feathers.
Oh God, raven feathers, ew. I don't want to think about where those came from. Seeing Mr. Martikov and his kin can turn into them things.
You assume it's something bad. Maybe there's just a bunch of naked ravens flying around for a bit. Well, not flying,
No.
but...
no. Anyways, we make our way back to Old Man Martikov's.
Yep.
Correct.
And now we go through the requisite 2 or 3 map flips to get you guys where you need to be.
Strahd, no!
But, yes. Are you guys moving at a fast pace or just normal, since you're guiding the goats?
It'd probably have to be normal. We're not gonna be able to rush these goats and keep them in any kind of order.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So yeah, we're moving at a normal pace. So we're gonna be a while, guys. Especially because we're all the fuck way down here.
Show up Martikov's at fucking 1 in the morning. Hey!
Hey, we got your rock and some goats, but the goats
You
are
assholes
Krezk.
brought goats to eat. At the only place where things can grow. Fuck all of you.
It is 3 in the morning. I am an old fucking man.
And those goats are in my orchard. God damn it.
And they are now eating everything.
Get them out of here before I kill them.
And there go my grapevines, just to the ground. Pretty sure grapes are poisonous to goats. I can only hope they are.
What terrible unforeseen consequences.
Yeah, and that's why you didn't get any liquor. That's why you didn't get any liquor in Veliky. Why'd you take the goats there, Sigismund? Huh? So I didn't take anything. He was like, "Hey, let's take the goats," and I just followed him. Also, Sigismund, how'd you get in the city? Yeah, don't tell anyone I'm here.
The goats ate the gate. And
Also,
the guards.
bye.
But you arrive.
The ghost Strahd the entire time.
You arrive back at the Wizard of Wine's winery.
So, I just thought about this, Donnel. Maybe you should keep the goats away from the vineyard.
Well, I mean, we don't have to pass through the vineyard to go to his home.
No, but they're goats, and that vineyard looks really... Listen, that's the nicest thing to eat those goats have ever seen.
I'm gonna hand him the goat lead.
I didn't even... You fucking... Okay.
Oh.
I pat him on the shoulder. He's a good man, Sigismund.
No. You I hand the lead to Caerwynn and walk away. I'm not getting left with these things. Didn't care about them.
I'm bad with animals. Sesna, you take them.
Honestly, that was... For once, I think Sigismund has made a wise choice. The goats do seem a little skittish of him.
Gotta say, bold words from someone he's punched the hen in of. But,
Writing's not that easy.
But who did? Oh, I've forgotten to put the music on. Bad shade indeed. But yes, as the party reaches the winery, who's being left with the goats? Who is going inside?
Me and Donnel at least are going inside. I've given the goats to Caerwynn. Whether or not he chooses to stay with them is... I don't know.
I stay with them.
It's okay, everyone knows Strahd is scared of goats.
I cast Fireball in the middle of the goats.
No, now we gotta lug 5 charred goats all the
9
way.
charged.
You know how
Nope,
many...
5. At least
you-
a few of them had to have made their saving throws.
They're still dead. Do you realize how many wolves are in the forest? It's amazing. Those wolves came on the road on the way over here.
You act like there's a lot of wolves out in the road. I
There-
ain't seen but one since we, got here. Yeah, I'm walking up. What time is it?
It's getting pretty late.
Ah, he's probably asleep. I'm gonna knock on his door politely, and then realize, oh, I busted this door in at one point.
And then you're gonna realize 6 busted in every other door. So it's awkward. Knocking.
Now I gotta come back here and fix all these doors.
Yeah, I'll make the hinges.
That's the end of the campaign. Donnel and fucking Sigismund just open up a door making business. Nothing else, they just make doors. Make and install doors.
No, we
Most
just build houses. We become contractors and we get all the contracts to rebuild all the towns and villages in Barovia and make a fucking killing. That's the end.
Yeah.
At any rate,
Philip, I join you. Because stone shape.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah. Waiting for someone to arrive.
you approach the house, and as you do, you see the 2 sons that were here dragging out several large barrels and dumping them.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Aye. Poisoned.
Poisoned.
Druids.
Oh, right.
Well, I'm gonna hold my hand out and finally open it. Found your rock.
They share a glance, and then one of them reaches over and takes it and kind of looks it over. Huh. Smaller than I thought from Father's explanation, but
By the way, where is he? Because I need to have a talk with him about something.
he took wing for the Valaki a little while ago.
Oh, well, well, I sort of wanted his expertise as I produced the sack. So, that witch that he's been worried about, these are her bones? I don't really know what to do with these, but I feel like something should be done with them special. I feel like this should be dealt with. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, which river are you crossing next?
Raven River?
Throws them off the bridge? Let's see where
Alright.
it takes them so they can't be found?
You could boil it in a pot and
Look, this may just
make
be
gelatin.
but
I
I
don't
feel
know.
as if, given that this is like a witch older than Strahd, there should be, maybe we take these to a church of some variety.
Yeah, I would worry that you might desecrate the church.
That's fair.
She
That's-
was just a witch. She shouldn't be able to spontaneously resurrect. And the only danger is someone getting her bones and raising her.
Yeah, like I said, bone meal. Just turn it into bone meal and scatter it to the wind.
Or just have them lost down a river. Either way.
Yeah, river will be fine.
But he pockets a stone. I'll make sure to plant this once we're done with what we're doing. Is there anything else?
Tell your father that we've been invited to dinner at the castle, and that, the endgame may be commencing in the next few days.
We'll let him know.
Secondary question, not that important. Is Yolanda
Your
back
sister
yet?
hot?
Is she back yet? Shut the fuck up.
We haven't seen Yolanda back yet, but we sent one of the other keepers to go look for her. If she was looking for the Mad Mage, she could be anywhere in the northern stretch of the Foliage Woods. Anywhere north of Lake Zarovhich, really.
Well, that's a lot of country. None of it very good. Anyways, thanks. Yeah. Walk away.
Anything else, or just heading to Krezk?
Well, I
When he
don't really
comes
have
back-
anything else. Just gotta get back to Krezk and deliver these goats we got.
Probably sleep there again too. It's late as shit.
Make our plans for heading to the castle.
We should also probably split the funds.
Yeah, we can do that at Krezk.
Yes. Says Caerwynn as he is
Also,
giving a goat a chin scratch.
You outsiders seem to think you're gonna be able to buy anything here. Really not.
You know that there are merchants that do sell things, usually at a rather inflated price, but You've been to one of the merchants.
Yeah, in Valaki, where we're not allowed.
Also, you're saying this, and yet you, being born here, wanted all the money. So, nice try, Sigismund.
So I could afford shit. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, you outsiders aren't going to be able to buy anything here. Why do you want the money? So I can afford shit. You see why your falsehood failed?
I mean, I wanted the money because you guys. I thought you were all keeping the rocks that were shiny and worth a lot of money.
Well, again, you're getting married, so I think it's pretty, fitting that you're gonna want to get. Look, we should probably go find her before we go to the castle because that mad mage might be a good help.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he knows some stuff about magic. Was my thought process. Also, you seem really sure I'm getting married. I don't know. Like, I want to
talking about it.
I want to, but I'm also very realistic. This might not work out.
As you guys are walking down the road.
No,
as you walk down the road and then you reconnect with Caerwynn, you're being pessimistic. You gotta look on the bright side. If you can't have one ray of hope to look forward to in this bleak world, what's the point of living? Just say to yourself, you're gonna get married when we save this girl. And if you do, great. If you don't, oh well, you lived to see that it didn't work out.
Hold on a second, we're at the Raven River. Hold on a second, we're at the Raven River as I throw this bag into the river. I see your point.
Right. Anyway, as Donnel is saying all this positivity bullshit, I'm...
You're a cleric! I smack him in his head. No, I'm actually gonna roll to punch him.
You know what? No. I'm gonna throw him in the river.
That's my line.
I'm gonna roll to punch him. Ignore the fact that I'm rolling a dagger. I'm not stabbing him. See, I'm really not stabbing him.
At any rate.
I stabbed myself.
Worst. And you were like, you were the okay, Donnel. We're gonna have to work on your form firstly, but beyond that, you are the priest to surrender I think I've ever seen. Full stop. It's kind of amazing.
Oh, I was joking.
No, I didn't. I don't know you that well. You seem to have not much of a sense of humor. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, shut up. I have a sense of humor. I just don't use it often.
I was gonna say, yeah, you lost her a while ago. But yeah.
I mean, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. You're right. I take it back. That point when you tried to get through the Strahd up on that hill was pretty funny. Shortly before he fireballed all of you. That was hilarious.
I glare.
Painful, yes.
I mean, you can glare all you like. It just proves my point of you need to earn your trust again, Mr. Caerwynn.
Luckily, I was there with that magic stone. And that Dr. Druid. Wonder if I'm ever going to see him again. He was nice.
We're probably going to meet him again. He seems like the kind of guy that shows up again.
Yeah,
and then they never saw him again.
It's a shame he only says that one phrase, though. Oh, I figured out what he was saying, by the way.
Yeah, I do too, and I repeat the universal greeting.
Something about he's a doctor and can he help?
Yeah, so we're gonna drop these ghosts off, we're gonna sleep, and then Lake Zarovhich, see about this mage since it's on the way to the keep.
I mean, we gotta go north, so realistically we could just go north from Krezk and start that way.
I mean, if the roads are as dangerous as you said, may as well.
Hang on, let me think about that. Listen, I'm gonna think about this and I'll get back to you tomorrow.
Yes, sleep on
Hey
it.
guys, let's just climb a 900-foot mountain.
Listen, my athletics is a 10. Worst comes to worst,
Two of us have the athletics to do it. 2 of us have the athletics to do it.
900 feet is not really a mountain, but I digress.
Senor GM, would I be rolling in nature or survival to determine the best path to get north?
if you're specifically going to the north side of Lake Zarovhich, I would say survival. It's for sort of more knowing the paths.
Let me check something because I don't have something. Got.
So why do you keep underestimating my ability to do athletics? It's one less than monster.
I'm not saying I'm not anything. I'm just thinking. I'm just being safe because I know two of us have them. I haven't seen you roll athletics in a hot minute. I didn't know if you had a proficiency or not.
I do indeed.
Yeah, let me sleep on this. I'll do better in the morning. It's late.
I roll survival to see if I know the path because I've been here 3 days.
And you've never been north of.
I've never been this far west of Barovia.
At any rate, it says a while as you guys are bouncing, as Sigismund's kind of rattling off possible short routes.
Like doing it quietly to himself to think, like, could that work? Maybe.
Maybe if we
I'm
just
mumbling
on the
at the
side
back.
of Zarovhich?
I'm gonna try to make him a wooden wedding band as we go.
And you realize that none of you were paying attention to the goats, and they've split and they're scattered all over the county.
Oh, they're dead. Mr. Sigismund, we just lost them. No, they're dead. They went to the woods.
I mean, look, getting these goats to Krezk isn't super important. I just thought it'd be nice.
But no, you arrived in Krezk with the herd intact.
Let's just hunt a bunch of wolves and wear wolfskin suits.
That's not as comfortable as you think it is.
Well, no, proper suits. Like, that's only fancy clothes. But we'll get to that later. maybe
Show
that
up to a
wizard will
dinner
have something
party
nice
in
for me
a wolf
tomorrow.
tuxedo.
No, you don't understand. Like, the Hunting Brothers tried to give me a wolf suit. It didn't. It sounds great, but it's actually terrible.
When you say like wolf suit, it's not like they're trying to give you a fursuit.
Like, they tried to give me a suit made of wolf furs, but listen, they're both great hunters. I don't think either of them are any good at leatherworking.
Fair enough.
It's terrible.
But yes, you arrive at the gates of Krezk, and
Did he try turning it inside out?
No.
At any rate, you arrive at the gates of Krezk, and after a brief challenge from the guards before they identify you, you're allowed in.
Those there, we brought you some goats. Thank you.
We brought y'all goats.
I mean, I feel like that's when we get to the mayor's house, it's right by the gate.
But yes, you get to the Baron's house, and he's walking in after a long day and kind of looks over and sees you guys walking up with a herd of 9 goats.
You have anyone good at animal husbandry?
You seem kind of like raising and lowering a finger. I will ask around. I suppose put some in the backyard for now.
Alrighty.
Guys,
Come on, little fellers.
we're
Y'all
not-
get some rest. I'm gonna get these
We're
goats
not
in the
in a
back.
pit surrounded by skulls. Things are looking up.
Come on, you little rascals. I'm gonna find something to feed you, I guess.
There's a lot of tall grass in the backyard. The garden's out of season. It's
Landscaping season. Come on, guys.
Right, so listen, at the very least, we're going to clean up everyone's yard.
Donnel is straight up going to roll animal handling to try and organize these goats into a nice, clean mowing formation, while the others are inside getting their rest.
No, I'm gonna. Let's gonna watch this for how this goes. Okay, yeah, he's appreciating the show.
so okay. Donnel, you do your damnedest, and you get a oddly staggered line, and that's about the best you're gonna get out of goats. They're not exactly. They're not the most, how to say, directable animals. You
As-
just turn them loose in a pen, and they just kind of take care of the rest.
So I am going to, yeah, I'm just gonna enter the house, separate the money into 4 groups, and then I'm going to, like, start grabbing, like, stuff on the table to make, like, sort of like a map of Barovia, like, okay, here's Krezk, here's Valak. Now if I go around the lake, Donnel's over there, there's the mountain here. I'm basically rolling another survival.
Okay.
There's the boat. There's
Here's
the
the
lake.
gate, and here's the boat.
Mountains. Are they past the woods? Yeah, they're past the woods. That's
At any rate.
bring to myself at the table.
Sigismund, you're fairly certain that the best way would be to take a side road that splits off the old Svalich road, that basically comes up near Lake Baratok, and then strike into the woods from there, as it gives you possibly the shortest path through the woods. Alternatively, you could follow the old Svalich road past Valaki, to where there's an old pier in a small clearing between the road and Lake Zarovhich, where you might be able to there might be some boats you can take across the river, or across the lake rather.
There might, or there definitely be some boats.
Considering most people don't go that far out, there's most likely going to be some boats.
Okay, but those boats have probably been there for like a long time, yes? What are the odds that they are in working condition?
Not terrible.
Not terrible. What would I miss?
Figuring out if there's some boats that might be where I think they are in any working condition.
The last time you were out that way, they looked intact. There were some very brave fishermen that would occasionally leave boats there, but...
Alright, so if we take the boats, because there's rivers that feed the lake, could potentially we go up the... How far could I take these boats?
It would be a hell of a thing to get them up the feed rivers that feed into Lake Zarovhich. Because you're going against the current, through narrow spaces. It can get really easy to just damage or get the boat stuck.
At the very least, we could at least cross over and land them.
Yeah.
Alright, so, given everything I know about the Mad Mage, does he wander the woods? Is he on a specific mountain?
He's called the Mad Mage Mount Baratok, but he wanders pretty much the entire area, effectively between these 2 rivers that I have between those 2 rivers that I have marked out on the Svalich Woods north of Valaki, is where he used to be sighted. But it's not any guarantee, and there's been fewer and fewer sightings of him as of late.
Okay, so we don't... Finding him is gonna be a whole affair. And honestly, it seems like if we go through the woods... Yeah, we're going through the woods. We're gonna have to go through the woods up there anyway. Yeah, I'm just thinking about this. We can discuss this in the morning.
But, as you all come in to rest, Sigismund has split the money out fairly evenly, meaning 325 gold pieces each.
So, listen, this might seem, I don't mean to sound rude or abrupt, but, have any food? I understand it's really late. But, we just...
rations.
It's not what I meant, but...
As you ask, the Baroness does come in with a tray full of bowls. It's a moderately thin soup.
Thank you.
And she just sets it down. It's not much and almost certainly cold by now, but we'll share what we have.
Put mine over Caerwynn's hand. Your fire thing.
Ask.
Warm soup.
Ask your goddess to make my soup warm.
Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna go sleep after I eat my soup.
And hopefully you eat cold. If there is any justice in this world.
Caerwynn, would you have warmed his soup for him? Okay, Donnel's flickering in and out of reality.
Oh, could I have? Sorry, my mic was flipped up. I mean,
Clerics have access to thaumaturgy, right?
they do. That doesn't mean I have it.
Warm soup. I can't do that. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could make it really, really hot with Sacred Flame and probably break the bowl.
Couldn't
Yeah.
you start a fire in the fireplace?
I'm just gonna go use a flint and steel for that because I don't think that's how it works, Mr. Sigismund.
Look, it's...
Just kind of, I'm eating the cold soup and looking at him like, Mr. Hill Barbarian, such a pampered princess, needs his food warmed up.
I'm gonna give him a little elbow bump, like, no,
Yeah, the Baroness returns like
the character.
the Baroness returns a little bit later with a bit of bread that was left. Again, it's not much, but
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you, Bear.
yes. Is there anything you'll be doing after dinner before going to bed for the night?
Only
Nope.
one more survival. Because I've eaten and now have time to think. Not enough.
Yeah, you're
Donnel
fairly,
is just gonna kind of look at this rock.
you are fairly certain that the boats would be your best bet, but
I gotta look at the map that I have, the actual physical map. Because I see him looking at this makeshift map and like, do you need this?
I don't know if you had that.
The entire... I showed it to you when we met 3 days ago!
I don't recall.
I mean, apparently he does all have...
And this is obviously our best way, as I point out the obvious route.
the fastest way, as you did hear Sigismund mentioning the boats earlier, would be to take the boats and go across.
Look, we just go there, take the boats where you think they are, and we land about here, and then we just do a big sweep in motion this way. We'll eventually find them.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough, Caerwynn. Zach.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. But yeah, we do that, and we continue onwards. Because then, if we do find him, great. We can continue our path down towards Castle Ravenloft. If we don't find him, well, if we do find him, then we get to meet this Mad Mage.
Yeah.
Character Shane.
Hmm.
Where is Esmeralda currently?
She returned to Krezk with you and has sort of had her bowl and her bread and is kind of curling up.
And about what time is it currently?
Pretty late, getting towards maybe 10 o'clock in the night.
Sigismund, give me your hand.
No.
I'm gonna take his hand by force.
I will not let him take my
Alright,
hand.
Bat was trying to do something.
I know.
Dick.
I can kick you from the cult.
You can, but you love me, so
I
you
have
won't.
this power. was a word.
Can we continue, please?
Yeah.
Strong words there.
Strong words indeed. But yeah, just gonna try to whisper to Esmeralda so the other two can't hear. Hey Esmeralda, I need your help with something. It very much can wait till tomorrow, but there's something I'm gonna need your help with because I don't know how to handle it myself.
Just gonna blink at you. Very well. I suppose we can talk about it in the morning.
Probably head back to that one and sleep because it is getting late and we did get beat up. What good?
A tree did kick your ass.
Kinda got the shit beat out of me by a tree, and then I beat the shit out of him.
Listen, when we tell this story to the bards, there
Oh
were
my
10
god.
times.
Guys, it's literally a line from one of Calia's lines from League of Legends. I fought a house once. Pretty sure I won.
Seriously, give me your hand.
Why?
So I can do you a favor now. Give me your hand.
I give him my hand.
I'm gonna measure his ring finger. Right.
Apologies to any viewers, theoretical or real. Apparently I needed to just completely set my hotkeys to something I never go anywhere near on the keyboard, because OBS stopped recording again. I have no idea how, but it did. And so, whatever you just saw, I may have to record and edit in another part of this, but the party, after bringing the magic seed to the Mardikovs at the Wizard of Wines and delivering the goats to Krezk, Sesna had a girl talk moment with Esmeralda. The party,
Oh God, that was picked up.
the party made their way out towards Lake Baratok, where the Raven River Crossroads they met Sir Godfrey William, 2 revenants, and 2 phantom warriors who tried to kill them because they were trying to kill Strahd. And that is a no-no. You are now caught up. I wish you could have seen it all, because it was a pretty half-decent fight, but OBS did OBS things, so good night.
We almost died. It was great.